Hey Dragon Slayers! Today's video is about the importance of watching the clock and other helpful tips to reverse insulin resistance. The most important and simple concept to keep in mind is that having prolonged periods during the day where glucose and insulin are low is a vital step in the right direction. To this end, Dr. Bikman recommends adopting a basic strategy of time restricted eating in some form. He found a simple and effective method for this: fast from food but not water for 12 hours every night. Usually, this will take the form of eating dinner around 5 to 7 p.m. and not eating again until 5 to 7 a.m. or so. 2 to 3 days per week, extend this to an 18-hour fast. And this would be eating dinner between 6 p.m. and eating your first meal at noon the next day. If your meals are higher in fat and lower in refined carbohydrates, you'll be surprised how easy this becomes as your body adapts to using fat, including your own body fat, for fuel. Something that can happen as insulin is kept under control. Every 2 to 4 weeks, you can go all the way and fast from food for 24 hours. Other tips as you begin implementing dietary changes that help sensitize your body to insulin and reverse insulin resistance. You will likely find the books The Art and Science of Low Carbohydrate Living, Eat Rich, Live Longer, or Protein Power to be helpful, or any number of books and online sites, such as ruled.me. For those who lean more towards vegetarian living, the Complete Vegetarian Keto Diet Cookbook and Ketotarian will be helpful. As a general rule, be careful with conventional meal replacement shakes. This isn't to say you can't use them, but tragically, drinks marketed for diabetes and weight loss are among the worst due to the grossly misplaced general fear of fat and the surprisingly liberal amounts of refined carbohydrates that they often contain. Moreover, the fats in most of these drinks are largely seed oils, like soybean oil. Thankfully, there are many healthy shakes available nowadays. They just aren't the ones you see conventionally when you're shopping at the grocery store. Just make sure the shakes have very little or no sugar or fructose at all and do not contain any seed oils. So, perhaps the greatest challenge with adopting a low carbohydrate diet is dealing with carbohydrates and sugar cravings. Though the debate rages on around these foods being genuinely addictive, Dr. Beekman defines food addiction in a really simple way. Number one, are you craving the foods? Number two, do you have trouble controlling how much of the food you eat? And number three, do you feel guilty when you overindulge? Nobody is watching a movie at home on a Saturday night craving scrambled eggs. It's chips and ice cream. When you're craving something sweet or salty, try quelling the craving with cheese, nuts, or seeds. Your friends are undoubtedly wonderful people, caring, but be warned. Once you commit to eating sweets only one treat per week, they may suddenly become less helpful. I've seen many people attempt to make this critical dietary change by reducing sugars, only to have their friends become their most strongest opposition. They seem to tease, if not deliberately sabotage, their friends' efforts to be healthier. It may be human nature that we don't like seeing people make changes we know that we should be making. And it's easier to ignore the problem if we're all a part of it. So that's what I've got for you guys today. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps the channel out. And remember, guys, that together you and I will slay the dreaded diabetes dragon.